Hi, I'm Trawler Specialist Jeff Merrill in Newport Beach, California with Wilson Lin, famous POCTA boat builder, built a lot of DeFevers. We have never met before. We know a lot of the same people.
Right.
We've been in a lot of the same circles, but we've never met. So I thought it'd be fun to sit down with Wilson, learn a little bit about his history at POCTA and building DeFevers. So Wilson, welcome to Southern California.
Thank you.
You get to the United States quite a bit, don't you?
Yes. Almost two times a year.
2 times a year.
Yeah.
I know that I saw that you won the People's Choice Award at the Trawler Fest one time.
Yes.
You and your son were at that event.
Right.
Great. Well, DeFevers are fantastic boats. To build a good quality boat is difficult, and you built quite a few of them. Tell me how you got started in boat building.
That's a long story, but I started to build the boat around 1976.
Okay.
So
1976. That's a long time.
Long time until now.
What kind of boats were those?
This time was the sailboat.
Sailboat, sure.
Yeah, I start from the sailboat, Peterson 44.
Oh, you did the Peterson 44?
Yeah, right,
oh,
right.
The Kelly Peterson 44.
So
Fantastic
the
boat,
owner, his name is Jack Carey,
Okay.
based on the San Diego.
Right.
And the Jack Carey is a very close friends with Arthur DeFever.
Sure. Yeah.
So this is the
You
reason.
have a San Diego connection.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
So this is the reason the Jack Carey introduced Arthur to Taiwan, and at that time, they have one gentleman from the New York. His name is the Ken Houghton. So he liked to build a boat in Taiwan.
Okay.
Now Arthur is the designer at that
Sure.
time. So he says, okay, we go to Taiwan. So Arthur looking around all the yacht in Taiwan, from Taipei to the Kaohsiung.
Sure.
So finally he said, okay, we try from here. And this time we have a name. I saw that the many magazine, they ignore the company name is the Yuchin this time.
Yuchin.
Yuchin, yeah.
Okay.
So then,
This is in Taiwan.
yeah.
Yeah.
And later we bought that Yuchin.
Okay.
CTF bought Yuchin. So people never mention about the Yuchin,
Yuchin.
just as the CTF. Then the other yard is Senkao.
Okay.
So this is 2 yards. He started with in Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Kelly introduced DeFever to you. And did Arthur come over to Taiwan to see the
Oh
yard?
yeah.
Okay,
That's right.
So you were building the Peterson 44. When did you kind of get into the trawlers, and when did you start going into that?
Okay, that's interesting question. That because we had this time we have just build the kind of available for the Jack Carey.
Yep.
So he will ship to any place that they have a furnishing, mast, rigging something later.
Right, a lot of different components.
Yeah,
assembled in different parts. Sure.
So we have a space to build the boat for Ken Houghton. That's designed by Arthur DeFever.
Okay.
So this time we say that we cannot sell the boat. We only to build the boat.
Right, you don't market it, you don't sell it, you just manufacture.
Right. So we start from the DeFever 43.
Okay, DeFever 43 was the first one.
Yeah, and then
what year was that? Was that you're now getting into the 80s?
yeah, no, that's about 1978.
78. Okay,
78.
so still
Yeah,
right,
78.
Pretty soon after.
Oh
you
yeah,
got-
yeah.
Okay.
78.
Okay, so the 43 was your first DeFever model,
Right.
and how many of those did you build? Do you think?
Totally around the 40s.
40.
Yeah, 40.
Okay, good.
Because that 2 years later, we think that because the mold is belong Ken Houghton, so we
Okay.
cannot build.
Oh, right.
So then we asked Arthur design the boat for us. We
Okay.
can build by ourselves.
And you can make the molds. And you
Right,
own it.
everything there.
right.
So they have a canopy.
Yes.
43 without canopy,
Okay.
just upper deck.
Now you say do you mean flybridge?
No,
Oh,
canopy.
bimini top.
Bimini top.
Bimini
yeah.
top, yeah. Okay.
We say canopy.
Canopy. Okay.
Yeah, upper deck to cover.
Yeah, right.
So that's 44. So
Yes.
the design from 1978. Then we start maybe 1980. First boat come out.
Okay, and was that the DeFever 44?
Yeah, DeFever 44.
One of the best boats ever. In fact, this past week, I was with the owners of this house here
Yeah.
back in Virginia looking to buy a DeFever 44.
Right.
And boy, you built a lot of those.
Yes. Okay, they have a long story. The 44 will build roughly about 100 units.
Okay, of the 44.
44,
100.
100. Then,
And that was starting about 80?
80.
Yeah, okay.
80. And the same time, original Arthur designed the 57 That's kind of he's kind of a cooperate with the Canal 57.
Okay.
But this is one off, just the hull, but the deck up. That's the with the construction with the one off custom
Okay,
built.
so one off fiberglass.
Fiberglass.
But you still had to do all the tooling.
Yeah.
Or did you do it off a plug, or did you just make
No,
a
no,
mold?
the mold only for the deck, the hull.
For the hull, okay.
Otherwise,
And then you
it's
stick built the rest.
right.
Okay.
So we can change everything.
Sure.
So that's the later we call the 60. So
Okay.
DeFever 60. The timing was the 44 very close. So that we build the 44 and the,
And the
60 at the CTF yard.
CTF. Okay.
Yeah, and then 43 that's in the Eugene.
Okay. And when did you stop building the 43s then first? Was that the first one that discontinued?
I would say 43 disconnect around 5 years later. Disconnect.
Okay. Okay. And then, so you're building the 60 and the 44, but I know the 44 was also +5, and you did a 49.
Oh, that is the up the end.
Okay.
I would
So
say
you're still in Taiwan.
that's
Okay,
that's time.
because you eventually go to China.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
later on.
So tell me, how did you get, 44 and 60, then what came after that?
Okay, after this one, Arthur designed the 48 tri-cabin
Okay.
and the 49 pilot house, and then 52 we call the kind of 52 is flush deck.
Flush deck.
Very famous.
Yeah.
So in the Eugene, they built the 43 and the 52.
Okay.
So that time, I say that the Eugene built total about 43 footer.
Right.
And then around the 6 to 7, 52 unit.
Oh, okay.
That's time. Then C-tip boat, that's the Eugene.
Yep.
So these two out of the production.
Yes.
Then we put the 44 instead of 43. And we have a 52 still continue. So 52 we call flush deck, complete flush. Engine will stand up.
Yep. It's a great boat.
Yeah, that's
Built
right.
A couple of those.
Yeah.
Now, did that also become the 53? Was that 52?
Oh, completely different.
Different. Okay.
Yeah, completely different.
Okay.
52 is a flush deck.
Yeah.
53 is the
Raised
pilot house model.
Yes.
Pilot
okay.
house model.
Sure. Wow. Okay. Which boats have you spent time on? Have you done any cruising with people? I mean, it's one thing to build the boats,
Yeah.
but to actually use them. I spent a lot of time working at Nordhaven, and we did one trip many years ago where we took several of the Nordhavens back to the yard.
Uh-huh.
There was a group called the Great Siberian Sushi Run, and we had 3 Nordhavens come back to Tainan
Yeah.
to the Dashing yard. And it was the first time many of these builders had ever seen the finished boats. But you travel a lot, so you came to DeFever rendezvous?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so one very experience is for me that we have 152 in the Scandinavia
Oh.
and cruising with owner. And one day the temperature looks good, but when we sail out the harbor, they have radio say that they have a storm coming. So owner say, "Hey, Wilson, do you like to go back because other boats are going back?"
Yeah.
I said, "So how big the storm will be?" He said, "About 7 feet high." I said, "No problem." So we go.
Yeah.
So this is one thing. Then after hour later, we hit this wind, the storm.
How much wind?
Oh,
50 knots type of thing? Lots.
yeah, around that one.
Yeah.
But the problem, this time no stabilizer.
Oh.
So the props is one is out the water and the one is to the water.
Cavitating.
Roll, yeah.
Oh, geez.
So very, very, very good memory to me. That's we cannot walk in the boat.
No,
No.
you're really down low. and
That's right.
the importance of stabilizers come in.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yes.
right. That's the no
Yeah.
stabilizer.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
So how many countries do you think you built DeFevers for? I mean, so United States, Canada, Mexico, many in South America? Colombia, Venezuela?
Yeah,
Brazil?
we do have some to the Caribbean, but most that's the Australia,
Australia, New Zealand?
New Zealand,
Yep.
Singapore,
Sure.
Japan, Hong Kong definitely,
Yeah.
and then to the Saudi Arabia, and the Europe we have a British, to the UK,
Yep.
Spain, France, Italy,
Yeah.
then the Switzerland and Holland, and to the northeast Denmark. So we ship all around.
It's amazing how, as long as there's water, you can have boats. And a good quality boat, they sell a lot of and they scatter.
Yeah.
We were going to try to get on board at a DeFever for this conversation. They're all gone cruising. We couldn't find one, so that's why we're here at the end of the dock.
Yeah.
It's your fault. You make too good of a boat. We can't. No one's staying around.
Right.
They're out using them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, when you're building a boat, we mentioned the plug earlier. So did you actually build the plugs?
Yes, we do.
So the plug is you've got all the drawings, and then you fabricate a structure
Yeah.
that's handmade,
Exactly.
and that's called a plug. And then from that, it's all smooth and faired, and then you build the mold on top of that,
Yeah, that's right.
flip it back over, pull that plug out, and now you have your hull mold. The deck molds probably had 15, 20 parts. How many parts on a deck mold?
Oh, deck mold, I would say normally it's about roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe, that's the 5. The big
5
one.
major ones.
Yeah, major one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But you have hatches and
Oh,
things
yeah, that's
too.
the
Yeah, sure,
small items.
Yeah, yeah. What did you have any funny experiences building boats that you want to talk about? Do you think of anything that happened that was funny?
No, because time is fly, so
Yeah.
lost in my memory.
Yeah, right. But, okay, so you're in Taiwan, and then you moved to China at
Yeah,
that point.
okay.
What year was that, and why did you move?
Okay. I tell you what, because around let me see.
Got some notes here. Good.
Yeah, right. I have to keep this record. Around the 1990,
1990.
because the Taiwan's labor union and the Taiwan labor cost, they increased so much, especially the labor union.
Right.
So all the Taiwan industry, they move out to other country.
Yeah.
So that's time we said,
China very close. easy to
yeah,
go
and
to,
same language.
languages.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
So we said maybe start. So we're looking around so many different countries like the Philippines, Thailand, Singapore, and Malay, and China. It took us about 3 years then to make decision in China.
Yes.
And so it takes totally about 5 years. Stop in Taiwan and then move to China to produce the boat.
Now you had molds in Taiwan.
Oh yeah, and
Did you
ship.
sail them across?
No. We ship.
Barges
Yeah. No way. We put it on.
on top of decks of ships.
Yeah, everything shipped
Yeah.
by the cargo.
Okay. all
Cargo,
right.
they ship too.
shipping,
Yeah, right.
So you had the new facility built up. You learned a lot building and what
Oh,
you
yeah.
want in a new facility.
Exactly.
And then the
Exactly.
molds come over there. Now you had to get some new laborers in
Yeah.
China.
So that's time when we started to build the boat in China, we sent our Taiwan, that's the kind of a master.
They're the managers. They
Yeah,
teach
manager,
them.
yeah.
Yes.
So kind of a fiberglass, carpentry, electric, mechanical, every section
Did
we
you do
sent.
your own stainless steel work as well?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
every sent to China factory. The good point in China that's because the land is big.
Oh, you
So,
lots of room.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
right. We have a lots of room. So fortunately, like the POCTA, we have 50 acres there, so we can spend
50 acres.
50 acres, and then we have our own testing tank.
That's right. You
Yeah.
you finish a boat,
And they
put
put
it
in
in
the
the test
testing,
tank. How big
and
was the test tank?
the testing tank we have is about 40 meters by 40 meters.
Wow. Okay. So
And then-
120 feet by 120 feet.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
more than
And
that.
then the testing is nearby the canal. That's river. So
Okay.
every boat we can sailing out for sea trial and then
Oh,
coming back.
good.
So that every boat we put in the water for 1 week. Sea
Great.
trial twice, and then
You
some.
could have more than one boat in that tank.
Oh yeah. Maybe later I give you a picture. We can
Yeah.
have 4 boats at the same time.
Yeah. We'll put some pictures in.
Yeah, right.
To cover some of this. So that was POCTA.
Yes.
Was it called POCTA in Taiwan also?
No. I tell you what. Because Taiwan we call CTF.
CTF. Okay.
Right. Then later we moved to China. We try to separate the company name. So we established a new company name. The POCTA means the Pacific Ocean Countries Trading Association.
Pacific Ocean Countries Trading Association.
Right.
POCTA, yeah.
Yes.
So how many DeFevers would you say that you have built?
I would say roughly about 500 to 600 units in my
That's
life.
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's fantastic. That's
So,
great.
the other good issue that's every boat before ship, I will inspect by myself.
You did.
Yeah. So every time I throw around, the owner will say, "Hey, Wilson, welcome on board." So if he had any question, I can go on board to give him the
Did you
instruction.
take pictures of it?
Oh
too?
yeah, right. So give them the best service.
Yeah. Oh, that is great. I remember in the early days we would be telexing information back and forth,
Oh yeah,
and
right.
faxing and mailing it, and then email, and
Yeah.
sending attachments, and it really made things happen a lot
Right,
faster.
right, right.
That was a great boat.
Yes.
Did you do much CAD engineering for your drawings and
No,
schematics?
no, because Arthur never used that one, all by hand.
Also, yeah, okay. So you had to kind of follow his
Right,
lead.
right, right.
Well, that's the human touch. It's so much craftsmanship.
Yes, exactly. So one thing that I would say that I learned the boat, how to build the boat from Arthur. So every time he come to Taiwan, we get together. So maybe come to time each trip, he would stay there for 1 week
Okay.
to check the boat, see trial. We get together. He told me which way should be the American standard.
Yes.
So as I mentioned that in Taiwan, our craftsmanship is very good,
Yes.
especially carpenter trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Cabinetry.
Yeah,
joinery work,
cabinetry,
beautiful.
yeah. But how to build a good American boat, then we have come to stay to learn. So that time, Arthur, when I flew to States, Arthur always pick up me in the airport.
Yes.
Then we go together to the hotel. So living together for almost 1 week to 10 days. He took me to any other shipyard in States.
Showed other things.
Showed
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
He told me why this here, why there, why not that way. So I learned a lot from the bottom to the top. Everything come from Arthur.
Well, and you actually went cruising with some of the clients, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
great. I mean,
Yeah.
to build something and not know what it's used for is very
Right.
difficult. To get on there, you see why people want certain things. Did many of the buyers of the boats come to the yard to see their boats being built?
I would say around the 70%.
Oh, a lot of them did.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
70%.
number.
Yeah, yeah.
And how long would they stay? For a couple days?
At least, especially in China, they will stay maybe say 1 week.
Yeah, go see the Great Wall or do other things.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Well, I think the quality that you built is something that you had to instill in your workers.
Yeah,
And it's a company culture. And the culture of a company has to come from the leader of the organization.
right.
So I compliment you for your leadership, how you're able to train the workers to know what's important and keep that quality in there. These boats last much longer with the good quality components.
I tell you what, that's the difference between Taiwan shipyard and the China shipyard. Because China labor is the less expensive
Sure.
than Taiwan.
Right.
So we do not have a contract. So all labor, we don't care how slow they are. You must do the right.
Okay.
If not right, tear off, rebuild,
Okay.
start again.
Okay.
But in Taiwan, because they are subcontract,
Right.
if we say this is not right, they say, oh. So very hard.
You could be more efficient in China.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Your last DeFever that you built, was that in 2019? 2018?
2018.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the last one.
And that one to Seattle, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. I've
49
been on that
Palace.
boat.
Yeah.
One of my good friends in the business, because we know a lot of the same people, but Fred Parker. Hey, Fred, I want to say hi to you. He is a funny guy. Now, he's since retired,
Yes.
but Fred showed me through that boat.
Oh.
Did you have many of the brokers or dealers come over to the yard too with their customers?
Because we have a dealer, so
Yeah.
I would say all the dealers that sell the boat, they always take, maybe there's the part of a contract. So you
come
buy
over.
the DeFever, you have a
trip?
as the trip to the yard, and meanwhile maybe tour in the China.
Oh, good. So
Yeah.
I think it's important. I went, when I was with Nordhaven, I did go to the yard many times in both Taiwan and in China, and to see how they're built and to meet the people who are building them
Right.
is so much stronger of a relationship. You understand the product so much better.
Yes.
To see before the deck goes on how
Right.
everything is organized.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. That is really fun. What else would you like to talk about? Anything else you want to bring up?
No, I think that's it's a pleasure to meet you today here, and I'm still appreciate Mr. Arthur DeFever.
Yes.
We've been, when I first time met him, he was 60 years old, and I was 30 years old.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So I've been build the DeFever over 35 years. So
That is
during the
great.
last 35 years, build, I said, roughly about 500. So I'd be proud. I tell all the owner, DeFever owner, I says, every DeFever kind of like my daughter.
Yes,
So
yes.
when
part
they
of your
marry out,
family,
when they marry out, and I always visit them to see how they living
yes.
and the new owner, how do they take care of. So always we are have a very good relationship.
Well, and for example, the boat that I was on with Dwayne this past week, I think Dwayne and Michelle will be the 5th or 6th owner of that one boat.
Yes.
These boats last forever. They're built so well that they really carry on.
Right. That's the 1990.
8 or 9.
Eight.
Yeah, right.
1998.
Yeah.
Right. That's the we sold to the Houston.
That's right. What to
Yeah.
Jay Bettis?
Jay
was your
Bettis.
dealer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right.
Well, who are your other big dealers?
That's the very interesting, kind of a circle around.
You have to have them in different spaces.
That's right. Like the San Francisco used to be Charles Green.
Charles Green.
Yeah,
you
right.
On 55.
That's
for a while.
right.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and then in this area, Los Angeles, Newport, San Diego, that's the Horizon. Bill Modesty.
Okay.
He has the last one DeFever design. That's the 70-footer.
Oh yeah.
One off, custom
Just
made.
built one, right?
Yeah, for him.
Oh, for
So,
himself.
Yeah, for
Okay.
himself. So this
Good.
is the Bill Modesty.
And then in the Gulf, you had Jay Bettis.
Oh, JBS in
Did
Gulf.
you have someone in Fort Lauderdale?
At that time, that's the JBS origin. You covered this area long time ago.
But you had an office or someone in Stuart, Florida.
Oh yeah,
didn't
right.
you?
Yeah. We do have. And then in the Annapolis,
Annapolis.
yeah,
great
Annapolis,
area.
there's Atlantic Yacht Sales.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in the Boston, another, and then Chicago.
Oh, you did have someone in the Great Lakes.
Oh yeah, Great Lakes.
Plus Europe,
Yeah,
Australia,
Singapore,
Singapore.
New Zealand. So and then we call Scandinavia.
Yes.
So many.
That's worldwide
Yeah,
distribution.
exactly.
And when you built a boat for the United States, it was a 60 cycle boat.
Yeah.
And when you built one for Australia or New Zealand or Europe, it was
50 cycle. Right.
So you had the electrical guys
Yeah,
know what
right.
to do on each
We
one.
will tell them this boat is for the Europe. So this is 50 cycle. So wiring, just to be careful. We will give them the different wire, cable, something like
Well, different measures.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of good things in Europe. The shutoffs for the fuel valves have to be
Yeah.
outside of the engine room. Little
Yes.
things like that.
that. Yes,
So,
that's
yeah,
completely different.
completely different.
Mhm.
Wow, that's really amazing. Well, Wilson, it's really fun talking to you. I'm sure we could keep talking. I feel like this dock is kind of rocking a little bit, but thank you so much for your
my
time.
pleasure.
Thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
I hope we get to see each other again soon.
Me too.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Hey, great to be underway again, out on the water. Love it out here. Thank you very much for watching the video. We have a couple of things you can do. One thing is you can click the bell to get a reminder when we post the next video. We love it when you give us those thumbs up. And then you can subscribe by clicking the button below. Once you've seen a couple videos, you might also want to check out some of the other ones, so you can click on one of these videos on the side. Thanks. We hope to have you come back here soon, and we'll be putting up more content shortly.